Now you understand how to move the chart, how to manipulate the chart, change the different time frames. But what I want to talk about next is support and resistance. I told this story about this truck, right, or this Bronco. You got to run into the wall several times to break through it. Kind of a similar concept coming down, right? It's acting as support. The price comes down. It hits that price. It bounces up. It hits that line. It bounces up. Eventually, it's going to break through that, and that's sometimes how we get down here, right? It's there. This is not a science. I will never be able to tell you if it touches 3 times, it's over. If it touches 2 times, it's done. That's not really how it works. Instead, we're going to really look at learning what the resistance lines are. So if I go over here and I just simply click like trend line, for example, what I can do is I can click somewhere and I can click another spot. And what I'm going to do is I'm simply creating a line, right? And there's a couple other ways to do this as well. You can actually do just a horizontal line like that. It's probably the easiest way to do it if we're going to talk about support and resistance. But this line, I simply grab it. And really what I'm looking for is kind of some price targets. So you see right over here how it seemed to stop here? That's telling me this is some sort of level for the market that they say, this seems too high. And so they stopped here and they came back down. And then what happened? Right over here, look, it came back up and it kind of touched this level before it went off here and came back down. And let me just zoom in to make this a little bit easier. Okay, so somewhere right around here, right? And sometimes you can come down here and do it on the top of the body of the candle. Everybody's got a different argument here, but to keep it really easy, I found a spot where things are really changing, and I noticed, it kind of tested it over here as well before selling off, but that was all the pressure that was needed for the market to say, forget it, this is good, we're good to go. And you notice how when the market decided collectively, everybody said, okay, this is really going up. Look at this giant green candle. This is a consensus. This is a lot of people saying, yeah, we're good to go moving forward, right? So really what I'm looking for is I'm looking for more of these, okay? So I'm just going to copy and paste that. And I'm going to try to go find another line, right? You could argue that maybe this is a line right here. Okay, we got some traction going on right here where it looks like, not breaking through quite yet. Seems like we tested it over here later on. Seems like we tested it a little bit right here. You see what I'm saying? I'm just kind of looking for what are the common themes here. Now, what you got to understand about trends is there's only 3 types of trends you need to know right now. There's an uptrend. Anybody want to guess on what that looks like? Looks like that. It goes up, right? And then there's a downtrend. Anybody want to guess? It looks like that. But then there's these kind of weird spots that don't go up or down. And Brian, what the heck are we supposed to do with not up or down? Like, what is this? What do you even call this thing? This is called consolidation, right? And so if I look at it from the standpoint, actually, let me see if I can actually do something. No, I don't want to do that. It's going to confuse you. Bottom line is it goes up and down in a really small channel, right? And this channel really allows me to kind of see what's going on here. Right? If I just choose another, maybe another horizontal line, probably it's the easiest to do. So if I kind of move this up a little bit, you see that this is an upward trend right here. Oh, look, this is kind of a downward trend here. But then instead of going all the way back up, it kind of just stays in this channel right here, right? We just stay in this weird pattern called consolidation. So you go up, you go down, and you consolidate. The best use case for right now, when we happen to be having this conversation, is this channel that we're in right now. So I'm going to steal this line for the conversation purposes. It seems like between 33,000 and 40,000, we can't make up our mind. There's not enough buyers to push it to go over 40. There's not enough sellers to say it's worth under 30,000, you know? And so it just goes up and down and up and down. And so we're in this range bound area right now of consolidation, meaning there's indecision. More indecision. People aren't sure if it's going to go up. They aren't sure if it's going to go down. And no one really wants to commit long term really until we kind of pick an up or a down. Why? Because like I said before, the trend is your friend. And if the trend is your friend, guess what? I don't have a trend really here. And so I don't really want to commit to something until I get a serious trend. And that's why I told you earlier, If you're really wanting to get in for the long haul and you're saying, I just don't know if it's going to go back down to 30, you can wait until it's, say, 42, 43. Why would I do that? Because your risk is now a lot lower, because then it's going to be a confirmed uptrend, and the dollars that you do put in are going to go up, versus entering now, which is fine. It could still go to 50, 60, $100,000, but you're going to have a little headache when you see it touch 30,000 again or 33,000 again, right? Look, at the end of the day, if you're going to hold this for several years, just buy it. Buy a little bit at a time and forget about it for 10 years, and you're going to wake up pretty happy one day, right? So this is a good kind of overview for right now. We talked a little bit about support and resistance. We learned about what trend lines are and really how to kind of add them into kind of what our drawings look like, right? I didn't mean to move it all the way over that far. But as the market goes on, you're going to start to notice, oh, we're very clearly in an uptrend. Or, oh man, there's a downtrend, right? And you're going to start to be able to make some better decisions. And we'll get more and more into how to make those decisions moving on. But I think this is a great spot to at least give you a little bit base level of education of how to use the left side, what we really need to know about the top, and then get into these assets, start building our wealth. Now we're going to talk about how we can reduce our risk.